At one time, people with disabilities and their families didn't have any community services support. They were often alone, isolated and burdened. In 1948, the Spastic Society was created to provide much-needed services. But it wasn't until 1981, the International Year of the Disabled, that the Society developed its philosophy statement. We now know that the development of special services can separate and segregate some people from the wider community. The Spastic Society challenged itself in 1981 to address this important issue. That challenge has now been realised with Future Focus. Future Focus is the new direction for the Spastic Society of Victoria. It will help people with disabilities to make choices, decisions, to gain independence, become involved, to participate in their local community, and find a new life that isn't segregated. That's what the rolling 5-year plan, Future Focus, is all about. Opening up new opportunities and a new, much more meaningful way of life. Change. Change has been a constant for the Spastic Society of Victoria. The past 40 years have seen many significant changes and developments within the organisation. But the most exciting and dramatic changes are taking place now with the advent of Future Focus. And the results are on the board. People's lives are being changed. The community is being challenged. There is an increasing awareness of establishing rights and responsibilities. With the expertise of staff, the commitment of parents and families, and the enthusiasm of people with disabilities. The process will be successful. Together, the challenges will be met. Future Focus identifies many areas where change is required. But it's the people of the society that will make these changes happen. Change will affect all service areas. Each service has been identified and is discussed in depth in the Future Focus document. The document is a very comprehensive blueprint of the future directions of the Spastic Society. The following presentation briefly discusses the service areas covered in Future Focus. Early childhood services are for children with disabilities under the age of 6 and their families. Children will be encouraged to maximise their independence and integrate into mainstream life as early as possible. Services will be geared to produce major results, enabling important individual gains to be made. Emphasis will be placed on independent skills, such as walking and talking. Children and youth services are for those people attending school. Students at school will be supported through paramedical services. The Ministry of Education has responsibility for educating all people, including people with severe and multiple disabilities. And the Spastic Society will actively work to ensure that students with disabilities receive high-quality services.
Melinda has been fully integrated into her local school since she first started school 5 years ago. Students with severe and multiple disabilities, like Melinda, are being educated in their local community, and the benefits are enormous. At her school, Melinda participates in all activities, she has friends, and is a confident, happy and active student.
Adult services. Informed decision and choice making is the future focus for adults. Staff will support adults to encourage independence and new skills. Adults choosing community-based programs will spend more and more of their daily lives in the community. Most adults work at some stage in their lives. For people with severe and multiple disabilities, work provides the same opportunities, challenges, social experiences, meaning and satisfaction. The employment and rehabilitation services in Future Focus identify a number of real employment options, such as training schemes, supported open employment, workshops, and enclave and cottage industries. These are all possibilities.
My name is Andrea. I am 22 years old. I talk with an electronic aid, a speech Epson. It takes a long time, so I write short sentences. I want to things, work and fun. In 1988, I went to school. TAFE. It was good. I want to be in the community. I want to work on a computer. I want to learn to get a job. I want to things, work and fun.
For people like Andrea, Future Focus will provide the opportunity to train and find employment in a supportive environment. Home. Home is where we live. Many people currently call Spastic Society accommodation home. These are often large homes that decrease a person's independence and separate them from their local community. Future Focus identifies new ways for people to establish a home. The Spastic Society will assist people to move out of large accommodation units and, with the right support, assist them to find somewhere else to live in the community. Leisure and recreation are major parts of most people's lives. For people with disabilities, it is equally important.
My name is Barry and I like VFL football. I barrack for Collingwood. I'd go every weekend if I could. I'd love to go but haven't got anybody to go with me at the moment. I think I'll be able to go in the future with a volunteer. I like going out into the community and I'd really like to go and watch Collingwood play.
The Spastic Society will continue to provide support services for people to participate in their personally chosen lifestyle within their local communities. Most people also like to feel free to express their opinions, to speak up and have a voice, to be informed and understand what's going on around them. People with disabilities haven't always had these basic human rights. As many people with disabilities may have a severe communication impairment or be unable to read, they are often uninformed and other people have assumed these very important roles for them. Future Focus identifies the importance of information and advocacy for people with disabilities. Spastic Society staff will provide the opportunities, develop the skills and provide the support to people wishing to have a say. Transport is an integral part of daily life and important for people's independence. Much of the public transport system is inaccessible to people with disabilities and isolates them from their community. In response to this lack of public transport service, the Spastic Society provides an extensive multi-million-dollar bus service. In the future, it is likely the Society will use smaller vans and provide a more flexible service. And the Spastic Society will continue to lobby the government for accessible public transport. In 1988, the Spastic Society celebrated 40 years of service provision in Victoria. It was time to reflect on past achievements and celebrate 40 years of growth and development. In 1989, the Society starts a brand new era. The Spastic Society will be broadening its consumer base from traditionally providing services for people with cerebral palsy to providing services broadly for people with severe and multiple disabilities. The Spastic Society of Victoria will be recognised by government, the community and people with disabilities as the foremost organisation in the developmental disability field. To achieve this, by 1992, it will be a community-based resourcing organisation in which people with disabilities have the most significant input in making and actioning decisions regarding their own lives. The Spastic Society, through Future Focus, will provide professional service of the highest quality to people with severe and multiple disabilities, whilst being flexible and adapting quickly to changes in philosophy, service delivery and direction. The Spastic Society's Future Focus. Visions for success.